my name is Linda Alberti and I am president of Cultivate Excellence. I'm here today to talk to you about how to turn everyday moments into networking opportunities. There are some real key ways that you can do that, but you have to be very focused and very mindful of how you accomplish that. So to begin with, I'm going to talk about how to turn awkward moments into very natural, approachable moments in conversation. Number two, I'm going to talk about how to be friendly, how to be approachable and initiate conversation, which is key. And then finally, we're going to wrap things up and I'm going to talk about how to taste the Kool-Aid. It's a funny way to talk about how we can really decipher whether or not our conversations are making momentum. Let's start at the top. So you walk into a room or you're in a situation where you see kind of a lot of individuals all together at the same time. How do you know when it's the right moment to approach? Well, you really have to be careful to make sure that how you approach them is very natural, because if you start off on the bad foot and it's awkward, it might be difficult to come back up from that situation and still feel confident and make the most out of that encounter. So let me give you an example. If two people are talking in a room and you approach them, it might be unnatural and those individuals might feel like you're intruding upon the conversation, or you're just kind of waiting around until they finish before you interject. So instead, you should look for an odd number of parties to engage the odd person that's standing outside of the conversation. And a really smooth way to do that is to walk up to the individual very slyly and just say, "Oh, hello, my name is such and such," but do it in a way that is complementary to what the conversation is already about. And then take a moment to understand what they're talking about before you so willingly jump into the conversation. It's almost like you have to get the invitation and make eye contact with the people who are dialoguing before you should jump in. So just make sure that you are really, really confident before you awkwardly project yourself in a situation that may be unfitting for you. Number two is another way to really become confident in networking, and that is to be friendly. Everybody loves a friendly smile, a friendly face, someone who is approachable and who initiates conversation. And the best way to initiate conversation is through questions. The who, what, when, where, why, and how. And sometimes even adding the so what, or how does that make a difference? Those are great ways to position yourself as someone who is genuinely interested in the other party. You'll find that when you ask those types of questions, people will begin to tell more of their stories and they'll feel less reserved about telling you who they are, because they don't feel like you're trying to get something from them, such as their business card or a recommendation, even though you don't know them. So being friendly, engaging in conversation, but most importantly, initiating with really quality questions that are open-ended and not the yes and no questions. Those are great ways to make sure that you're staying